Hello everybody and welcome back to some more Not For Broadcast, Episode 2, Part 1, The Silence, and I'm kdog. So I overheard that they have some new mechanics that they introduced, so we're going to find out what kind of new mechanics they are. Oh, this is different. Why can't I hear anything? I can't hear anything. Power. Duh. Power.
Today's highlights from the
Turn that on, why not? Crazy nail. Responsibility. And that bottom one's broken, isn't it?
Stay where you are.
Yep.
All yours.
Thought so. Alright, so click on one.
You can tell him all the Thames West Castle.
And after
Station.
that, 20 past 10, Dr. Adrian Atkinson
Okay.
Brown returns with a new season
We'll figure that out
of
when time
Incisors.
comes.
And his very first guest is popular parrot.
I'm sorry, Kat, you're going to have to leave.
At 11:30, it's a double bill for popular transatlantic comedy.
What was that about?
Letting it go to your head.
She nearly blinded me.
10 seconds,
That's all
everybody.
part of a team these days.
Things are better, Jeremy.
Okay, whatever.
Stop being so
You're in
high and mighty and do your job.
Four,
You're fine.
3.
Megan, all the team at the National.
Good evening. I'm Megan Wolf.
And I'm Jeremy Dawes. Our main headlines tonight.
The establishment strikes back. The World Council has agreed today to impose punitive sanctions on the people of this country.
The sanctions, which are broad-ranging, include restrictions on the supply of oil and gas, food, clothing, and even some medicine.
Restrictions? Okay, they're going to be a little upset about that.
What are your reaction to the sanctions? What are your reaction to the
Fucking
sanctions?
outrageous. My mom needs insulin. Am I supposed to get a transition? What's the government doing about
Watch
it?
your mouth,
Hey?
sir.
What's the government doing about it?
Thanks, Patrick. Fascinating.
What the government's doing about it.
Popular Prime Minister Julia Salisbury has released a reassuringly brave statement in response to the World Council's controversial announcement.
This international declaration is nothing short of outrageous. We
Hello?
are a democratically elected government with massive popular support. We do
I
not
have to play with this
recognise
thing
these
now.
sanctions.
No,
And we encourage
no, we're
other
good.
socially progressive nations of the world to both resist
Whoa,
and
whoa,
ignore
whoa,
them.
whoa, no.
Advance have struck
No.
fear into the heart of the international community
Uh-oh.
by showing that it is possible to have radical change for the betterment of
Oh,
the
no.
many. And whilst I wish we could improve other countries as much as we have our own, we do not rely on
Oh,
the help
you
of others
bitch.
to thrive.
Stop.
Entirely self-sufficient. We are a team, now more than
Oh,
ever.
stop.
And this team is on your side.
Fuck.
Thank
Damn.
you.
Defiant stuff. But what do you, the public, think of our government's stance? Robin Short found out.
Hi there.
I didn't know what to
Robin
choose.
Short, National Nightly News.
I was paying attention to this.
Get your thoughts on the current government.
I'm not really very interested in politics, really. As Mother always said, leave politics to the politicians, Malcolm.
Over to you, fellas. Global mega corporation Remington's Fist today announced that trials have successfully completed on their groundbreaking male contraceptive product, Responsibility.
The drug has been passed by the government for general release, but the small print warns that, in rare cases, side effects can include blurred vision, enlarged genitalia, and increased risk of stroke.
Oh. No, that's bad.
But what do you, the public, think of Sophia Remington's latest venture? Patrick?
Would you take the male
This guy.
contraceptive pill?
No, mate. Her body, her baby, her problem.
How progressive are you? What'd you say? Nothing. How progressive are you?
The delicate
You're gonna
sound
get your ass kicked in a minute, bro.
staff computers this morning who were confronted by a somewhat sinister sight as they left their trains.
Many travellers reported feeling intimidated by the silent figures who stood motionless outside every major station in the
Intimidated?
capital. Radical extremist group Disrupt, who organised the show of strength, refused to comment on the meaning of the strange protest.
Or to apologise to this presenter for making him drop his morning post at this surprise.
But how do we feel about these somewhat radical extremists and their upsetting methods? Robin found out.
Do you have any feelings about Disrupt?
It's all a bit noisy for me, really. As Mother always said, leave the rebelling to the rebels,
Bubbling up,
Are you like fucking Billy, not Billy Madison, but what do you call it? My mama, Waterboy.
Which they hope to finally leave Dante's taint.
With expert opinions of the plan running the gamut from optimistically engineered to that looks like something my granddad made in his shed, it sounds like the unfortunate team are going to need all the thoughts and prayers they can get.
Okay.
So what should we think about the escape plan? Patrick Bannon.
Happy about it. Happy.
So I'd imagine that you think this is a great plan.
Oh my god! How did you know? It's a brilliant idea! I hope everyone gets behind them so that they know that we're with them. In spirit, of course. I can't actually go diving because I'm scared of salt.
Scared of salt.
I am not a number. Applications finally open today for the new Advanced Team Membership Cards, a scheme by the government to allow fast access to all the new public services being introduced daily.
The team membership cards are entirely voluntary, but will be recognised as legal identification by all major organisations, including the police, banks, and, rightfully, pubs and bars.
Yeah, I think you need an ID.
No charge, Jeremy.
It all seems too good to be
No charge,
Well,
okay.
you've always been a-
Happy.
Most importantly, what should you, the public, think about the new team membership cards?
Team membership cards. Oh, yeah, fantastic. I'm applying today. I mean, why wouldn't you? What are these protesters doing? They don't want us to know who their names are. Besides, have you seen the savings you can get? I'm getting one for the little one as well. Oh, how adorable. Yeah. Gonna be a proper little team member, aren't you? Yes. He smiled. He smiled.
And finally tonight, Game of Two Halves. Fresh out of rehab, repentant celebrity sportsman Johnny Hamsleys is promising to turn over a new leaf.
In a surprisingly energetic appearance on the Whitney Chinwag show this morning, Johnny showed everyone he's certainly full of life and raring to go.
You better not try that on our sofas. I doubt they'll survive the frenzy.
But what should we think of this exuberant
Sure.
behaviour?
Energy.
Patrick?
Oh my god, fantastic! Oh my god, fantastic!
Wise words there.
Later tonight, in a bit of a switcheroo,
What?
it'll be Jeremy in the culture chair, spitting rhymes with popular rapper Jay Zus. And then we'll both be chatting with a familiar team of thespians set to take the nation by storm again.
That's all coming up on tonight's National Night News.
What's happening? Oh, shit, this thing again. I heard you know? Oh, no. We'll say up, down, makes it fat, thin, little. Come on now. Give me them pluses.
First tonight, thankfully, some news as we return to our main story.
That was
The World
like a little
Council today
perfect.
agreed that
I hate to
punitive
say,
and potentially
right, going
illegal
back to
sanctions
it, but
should
not
be
this.
imposed on this country. The sanctions, which come into effect immediately, aim to stop the flow of food, fuel, and even some medicines from reaching your pockets.
Oh no.
Tonight, we have guests from across
no.
the continent
Here we go.
to discuss this unprecedented situation. For advance, Peter Clement is at his home in Lancashire. Are you there, Peter?
Yes, I can hear you, Jeremy. Thank you for having me.
A momentous day, Prime Minister. Are you shaken?
Now, I don't scare that easy, I'm afraid, old son. And neither do the people of this country.
Well, joining us is Ivan Vodovich, Foreign Minister of Urkistan. Ivan, thank you for being here.
Great pleasure.
Ooh, that was a guess.
Are like strongest guard of labour camp who wake up inside body of crazy, expensive prostitute. In my country, you will be worshipped as a god.
Okay. Minister, as one of those arguing most strongly for these sanctions, how do you feel about Advance's defiant stance?
Advance is like man who thinking a big career in movie land. When actually, in dirty sanitarium, screaming at mirror and holding tiny penis in hand.
Clearly not from Svenland, then. We have like some of the cleanest mental health facilities in the continent.
And welcome to Svenland's Minister of Mojo, Björk. I'm sorry, we don't appear to have your surname.
It's just Björk, yeah. We don't use things like socially divided.
Small penis that's over my head.
Minister?
It's just Björk.
Right, Björk.
Stop.
Your country spoke in favour of Advance at the World Council today, but you were noticeably absent when it came to the actual vote.
Well, what a surprise. The hippies didn't show up for the prize.
Actually, that's quite racist, because if you must know, we were going to go to the whole like vote thing.
I wasn't paying attention who was talking.
Euroland here at the moment, where we honor the old generations. So like we all had to look our grandparents like Linia whilst the vote was happening, and that's like a really time-consuming process.
This guy looks like
You're like sissy man. You have this expression, sissy man. It's like man with tiny penis who like to wash more than once a week.
Actually, that's
Tiny penis.
Oh, stop winding him up, Ivan. We're not back at the Grange now. Sorry, Jeremy. Ivan and I used to play golf back in my media days.
He always wins.
Nothing gives him greater pleasure than grinding people's gears. The more publicly, the better.
You're like man with tiny penis who think he
What is
has
this
tiny
guy's
penis.
issue with tiny penises?
He gets covered like that. Oh, could it be? No, it's tiny penis.
Ivan's just worried that when the rest of the world sees how well we're doing, they'll notice all that dosh that he's got squirreled away. Because that's what these sanctions are, Megan. They're the last pathetic gasp of an establishment in
He
collapse.
said her name.
Wolves at the gates, Ivan, old mate.
Good. They can join others on my wall.
Actually, in Finland, we have like serious animal welfare legislation. And like my friend Helga, she got
I
arrested
thought-
for a butterfly that was hovering over her heel thing. I mean, in English, jam sandwich.
I used to know a girl called Jerry Sandwich. Do you know that? Wonder what became of her?
We seem to be wandering a little from the news here.
Human interest, Jeremy, the real people behind the headlines and all that. So if you're watching Jam, give us a call. Yeah, let's see if we can't organise a reunion.
Crash, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to run it past Mrs. Clement first.
Dude, this guy's like stroking his
You're
legs
like
and
man
everything.
from empty ashes of the mysticism to homecoming then. Soon you have tiny penis and beard full of secrets.
In Finland, we don't really go in for all that restricted monogamy stuff here. We're kind of flawed.
Okay, well, it seems that we are running out of time.
Yes, so before we go to the break, briefly, if you would, gentlemen, with the people of this country facing shortages and
Possible shortages in power.
Yes, of course. Thank you. Possible shortages and power outages. Can you summarise your thoughts for us, Minister Beard?
Well, from here, you all
Shit, wrong person.
literally arguing about outdated devices.
I know, I messed it up.
In Finland, we replaced
I seen the thing over here go
with
red.
fluid back in the 1970s, and that's like a really hard sanction.
Thank you, Minister Porterfield.
Your cunt is like man who thinking they're perfect trap for giant Newton-haired bear. And really, he's just standing in field
Holding his tiny penis, yes. Thank you, Minister. And finally, Prime Minister Clement.
Let me talk to your viewers here, Jeremy. Don't worry, everybody. Don't be afraid. Don't even lose a wink of sleep. We knew the rest of the world would react this way, and we're ready.
Don't lose
As
a
my old
wink
man
of
used to
sleep.
say, you can't make a shite pie without blocking a few toys.
Thank you, Prime Minister.
Reassuring words there.
We'll be back.
After these messages.
1 minute back.
Hey, Peter, I over your way this weekend. You fancy a quick 9?
Yeah, sure, front to back.
That's what I hope you're asking Megan both for me.
Well,
Seems how young.
that was an interesting part. With men with tiny penis.
It's all part of his long-term plan to get fired live on the news at 6 in front of the nation.
Someone warned him it's going a little too well.
I might as well get me a half a cigarette here.
New government censorship should show up in blue. Same as regular censorship.
Why is that smoking?
Keep an eye out for the advanced blue waveform.
Oh, okay. So now we have like an older crew. Older viewers, and now I have to censor stupid things, I guess. Alright. Oh no, we're getting ready for a dance scene.
Have they given you the Crown Princess? Well, Megan.
This is Jeremy, and he'll be here.
Well, thanks for having me on the show, man.
It's quite all right.
5 and 10 seconds.
Keep an eye out for himself.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I'm Megan Moore.
No.
Later, we have an exclusive first look at a theatrical sensation everyone's going to be talking about. But first, it's time to go over to the culture spot with lovely old Jeremy Donaldson, who's joined by a very special guest.
Thanks, Megan. I have the honour and privilege of being joined by hip-hop royalty. He's been called the son of the streets and the father of truth. I'm not sure how that works, but whatever. Let's welcome Jesus. Let's welcome Jesus.
Alright, thanks.
They ant me, even though I had no choice. He was still talking.
As a kid on the street, I used to watch you through a window of the shop, so to be here right now is crazy.
You've had quite the journey to be here today. Can you tell us about it?
Well, you know, I try not to, well, you know, the past is the past, and I don't like to dwell on it. But yeah, man, the streets is what I remember. Yeah, man.
I don't want to talk about it, but yeah, man.
After I was born, elderly lady took pity on me. You know, she let me sleep on a pile of crime fiction until I taught myself how to walk.
Wow, that's quite the childhood.
And she died tragically. Right there in my arms, man. You know, I remember her tear falling as she lay there. In that moment, I became a child of the streets. I was just 18. I'm told.
18.
What a tale. What a tale. You're known for your direct and honest. Was your style informed by your troubled past?
Well, like I said, I try not to talk about it. It's just, I try not to talk about it. But my first album is about the story of the first 4 times I stole, so I wouldn't stop. A small group of infants came to see me as a de facto leader. Calling me de facto leader. Anyway, we were like...
Recently, you've been quite outspoken about the government.
Yeah, fuck the government. Fuck the boss. Fuck Peter Clement.
What is it that you...
Shit! That light blue kind of blended in with that white.
Actually, homelessness has been all but eliminated in the last couple of months.
So?
Surely that's a cause close to your heart?
Yeah, nah, of course, man, very much so. I just mean like, why do I have to pay for it, you know? Why do I have to pay for it, you know?
People have been rehoused on public seats from the historically wealthy. And that couldn't have been you, could it?
I worked hard to do it. I built this. I worked hard. And I deserve to be rewarded for that.
Would you say you worked harder than you say? Would you say you worked harder than
But if people are taking something from my music, you should value it, buy it. Who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me. Who's to say I don't? And no one can take that away from me. What is it you're trying to say?
I just don't understand where you placed yourself politically. I mean, is it ideological or is it tactical?
Well, it's more of
or maybe it's hereditary.
Or maybe it's not trying to tie me in not for your words, Jared. Stop trying to tie me in not. I let the music speak for itself. I let the music and the people agree with me.
Well, that remains to be seen. But you have given me a very easy segue out of a conversation that I promise you was much more painful for me than it was for you. So here he is with his hit song, Mrs. Lovely.
Oh no.
So this is unexplained.
You love it.
Excellent. Don't worry, we've got a state-of-the-art censorship system. What's the worst that could happen? So here he is with a new song. It's Jesus.
You're gonna pay off. You're gonna pay off. You're gonna pay back. You're gonna pay back.
Oh no. I gotta censor cuss words.
Well, we're all different races from many different places. At any given moment, only one could be the greatest. So you can feel the nation for your participation. Still 2 leaders in this motherfucking nation. Now we're getting sanctioned. Expansion. Why does Julie Empire massive fucking mansions? So fuck all your schemes. I don't need your freaky team, and I don't need your help to achieve my fucking dreams. So don't make a fuss when you find you're one of us. Yeah, every single one of you's a bit Jesus. And you can call me crazy, cause no one ever pays me. But I won't waste a lifetime being motherfucking lazy. I may be inventive, my taste may be expensive, but why would I get out of bed with no fucking incentive? Although it's controversial.
Oh no, man. Stop with the cussing.
A little of the fruits in my invention. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our needs are not the same. The best of the praise of the wave, cause we're only equal people.
Sorry.
So this is for the snuff ones, the push and the shove ones, the folks who feel the burden of their motherfucking loved ones who had plenty like a motherfucking Bentley, the ones who now finding that their bank accounts are empty, the ones with aspiration, who had to flee a nation, the ones who built a business that are due to perspiration. There's all sorts of people, the good and the evil.
Oh shit, I missed it.
Only takes a glance to see we're not all equal. You make us the same, but we're not all the same. All our dreams, all our schemes, all our needs are not the same. And the best of the brave, serve the press of the waves. Cause we're only equal people when we're motherfucking slaves. Gonna take this time.
Damn.
Stay there, right? Gonna slam it into Peter Clemens' motherfucking head. Cause he's fake as shit. He's got a job, he's time to start the battle with a motherfucking pitchfork. Get out of your
Shit!
Your asses in the streets, set a fire in their
I get too hyped up to fucking hit that sensor. Dude. Dude, that was tough.
Jay's us there with his new song. Thank you so much for joining us in the studio. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not agreeing with you, but I'd just like to offer an apology. I've just been told that there was some kind of issue upstairs, and an attempt was made to censor some acknowledgements.
What? Are you joking?
I'd just like to say to you and everyone at home that this was a mistake.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Here at the National Nightly News, we pride ourselves on remaining neutral, unbiased, and independent of any outside interference. You have my word. We will never censor ideas. We will never censor. Back to you, ideas.
Well, a bit of dangerous language there. Sorry about that. Well, thank you to little Jeremy Donaldson for providing our culture spot. Coming up, we'll be speaking to a couple of familiar faces about their upcoming dramatic outing. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I think that was way too quick again.
This is fucking outrageous. Thank you so much.
Whoops, I think I did. I think I went like an inch too quick.
I'm sure. Now, if you come with me, I really do have to ask
Oh, trust me. My father's going to hear about this.
Oh yeah, he's upset.
Sadly, however, these days this sort of conversation happens far too often.
E? Still haven't figured out if he's really good. Ugh. Okay.
Not all contraception is 100% reliable. So I guess now
I mean, I already switched them out because I know this one's broke and this one.
I don't even know you, Julie.
Oh well, we got 40 seconds here.
Pretty big decision to make in a wine bar, Janet.
there has to be a better way. Now there is, young lovers. Now you can double.
Yeah, let's go ahead and put it on camera 1. So when it automatically ends, it'll pop up, and I won't have to stress about getting it right on time.
You don't have to worry about difficult things like in our almost entirely successful clinical trial, we found that there are only occasional side effects. So I'm allowed to say they're safe to take. Responsibility. Because children shouldn't be by accident. And let's face it,
Children should be by accident. That's great.
Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken. Welcome back, and no, you're not mistaken.
Oh shit.
Sitting across from us.
You really are too kind, Megan. It was only a yogurt commercial, but I'm still proud of it.
Here to talk about his new show, we're joined by National Treasure Tommy
I know, I'm
Harris,
messing up
the
here.
National Theatre's Philip Array, and National Deficit Jeff Algebra.
It's so lovely to have you all. Tommy, would you like to tell us about the show?
You know what? I'd bloody love to. It's about me. It's about my life.
And where did the idea come from?
So, right, picture this.
Their legs akimbo, mid-session, sweat is pouring out of me like an immense hog. And then
Like a hog.
Cindy comes in, she says, Pete's on the phone.
That's Peter Clement, the Prime Minister.
Yeah, Pete's actually a really good mate of mine.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah, no, he comes to the training sometimes. He's a pretty good goal sweeper. Anyway, so, Pete, he says, Toby, he thinks my name's Toby, see. He says, how would you like to spread your message of team spirit and cooperation across this fractured nation? How would you like to really make a difference in these desperate times?
What did he say?
You know,
So, Jeff, the question on everyone's lips is, what in God's name are you doing here?
Well, after the success of my debut work and all the people that I've touched, I knew that I had a career in theatre. Yeah? I've always been an admirer of Tommy from afar. So when my manager phoned and said I'd been offered the gig as director, I was ecstatic. I whipped my trousers off and got straight to work.
Whip my trousers off.
I do all my best work with my trousers off.
Yeah, I've been told that too.
No, I wouldn't say so.
Right, Tommy, sorry, would you just give us a sense of what the show is actually about?
It's about how hard it's been for me and some of the struggles that I've faced. It's like really getting to the heart of how tough it is to be me. I call it Tommy Harris, Jesus, that was hard.
Catchy. We actually have some tips of the process of the show. Would you mind telling us what's going on here?
Yeah, so the show is built around two things that are very important to me. It mixes scenes from my life as well as epic fantasy retellings of scenes from my life.
But Dad...
Oh.
You promised you'd come to my graduation.
I'm sorry, son. You're an embarrassment.
But Dad, you promised you'd come to my graduation.
Back, demon! Back to the hells!
Philippa, what's it been like co-starring with Tommy Harris?
I've always dreamed of treading the boards at medium-scale regional theatres, Megan. And for once, this show really gives me something to sink my teeth into.
What's different about this show, then?
Tommy, Mr. Harris's show really lets me show my tremendous range as an actor. I've always suffered from typecasting, forced to play the same tired characters in every god-awful yogurt advert or godforsaken soap opera or, God forbid, a pantomime. But, you know, this show has really let me just go there.
Jeff, the viewers at home will be dying to know exactly what is it that you bring to the show.
Good question. I think these guys would agree with me when I say that it's my steady hand on the tiller, my arm round the shoulder approach that's really brought the production from strength to strength.
Absolutely right. Jeff's contributions are immeasurable. He was our rock.
Can you give us a sneak peek of anything else that might be in the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. We've got lots of exclusive first-hand experiences of Tommy's time in the underground sports boards.
And some epic fantasy retellings of Tommy's time in the underground sports scene.
You'll never take the sacred path! And am I right in saying this was officially commissioned by the government?
Yeah, all paid for by the taxpayer, which, you know, to be honest, is actually a lifesaver, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that without Advance's support, we'd have had to cut the finale.
Which, frankly, would have been a travesty.
God, Jesus Christ!
Goodness, you do this every night.
Absolutely. It's a metaphor.
For what?
Yeah?
And the public are footing the bill, are they?
Too bloody right they are. Between the cost of my tour bus and the dry cleaning of my ties, I'm barely scraping a profit here.
Amazing. And where can the folks at home come and see this for themselves?
We're performing all over the nation.
And people can see it for absolutely free, all courtesy of Advance. Isn't that incredible, Jeremy?
Yes, it's unbelievable.
Well, thank you all so much for coming. Next time we see you, no doubt, you'll have taken our jobs.
That's all we have time for tonight. Join us tomorrow when I'll be interviewing the world's most attractive horse. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolf. And from all of us here, have a peaceful night.
That's the ads. Let's get reset
Okay.
for tomorrow, please.
Hey, we must stop bumping into each other like this, eh?
About the future.
Alright,
This territory is
so
changing
take this
fast.
one out, put this one in.
But that won't stop us.
Ah, B, not too bad, not too bad.
In these challenging times, every citizen
Wow, with all
gets
these
their
like
fair
little
share
breaks in between, I'll
of the
eventually be able to
abundant,
smoke my
nutritious
cigarette,
food
I guess.
we grow right here in the territory. Your entitlements book
Oh.
will be coming to you by post.
I
in the next
just
few
now
days.
noticed it says
It will let you
broadcast
claim enough
complete.
Food for the week.
My bad.
Every week at one of our many
We'll watch this
distribution
commercial, I guess.
centers. Everyone will get their fair share, and no one will be left behind. So you can carry on coming together to enjoy life and make wonderful memories. Because we've shown our international friends what's possible when we all pool our resources and come together in a sense of team spirit. So don't worry about what the rest of the world thinks. Save your concern for those around you, your family, friends, and neighbours, and have confidence that the team will keep you safe from all the rest. Advance. Let's keep on setting a shining example. Together.
Together. Well. Grade C overall. Damn. Full wages, current wealth, not quite breaking even. What does this stuff mean? Shares are down and that one's up. I don't know what that means. Alright guys, that's all the time I have for this video. If you like this video, hit it with a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more, subscribe today. And we'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.